Happy Leo season. Are you ready for the drama? Shit is about to get wild. It is about to get hairy out there. You can see how tired I am. Full moon last night. Because of the wildfire smoke nearby, it has been hazy. Very hazy. Very hazy. And the full moon was orange last night. I love sage. Okay. Happy full moon in Aquarius. It's going to be 2 full moons for Leo season. So 2 full moons, that means extra drama for Leo season. It's fitting, I think. Okay. Happy Friday. Or happy Freya's Day. Oh boy. Are you ready to fight for your individual sovereignty? Are you ready to stand up against the collective? Or are you going to join the collective mob? Are you ready to stand in your truth, to express from your heart space? Are you ready to claim the crown that belongs to you in your individual sovereignty? First rune for this weekend is Uruz. Strength. Number 2. Great strength. This represents the aurochs, an ancient ox, which we domesticated and harnessed the strength of that ox to help us create abundance for ourselves. In life, the best things for you, the best things for your growth do not come easy. They require you to have discipline. They require you to be consistent. They require a measure of tenacity. In order to use this strength, these energies that you have naturally boiling up to the surface, you have to be able to harness them somehow, control them somehow. This is a new season. Leo season just opened. The sun is now at 1 degree of Leo. It does represent a beginning of sorts. We are midway through summer, in the northern hemisphere anyway. but it's like a fresh season has just opened up. Like the next chapter, actually. There's a collective quickening. I'm sure you can feel it. And again, the question is, will you stand for your individual sovereignty and use that strength? Or will you give in, bow down, and take the easy path? Those are your choices. The path that's hard, that's difficult, that's lonely. Or the easy path. Present position. Fehu. Interesting. This is number 1. This is the origin of our word fee. Represents the idea of money, of liquid wealth, of cattle, or livestock originally. Uruz and then Fehu. Interesting. There's definitely in both of these runes the concept of something new beginning, something new opening up. With Fehu, it's very important to ensure that whatever gold you have, you are sharing and allow to circulate. It must be used wisely. It cannot be spent rashly. It has to be used in a ways that you plan for, in an organized manner. What has value? How much will you pay for it or trade for it? Do you allow it to circulate, or do you hoard it? Only in circulation does it grow. This can be referring to actual money, can be referring to yields of a crop, can be referring to knowledge. There are eight forms of capital. And the final rune for this weekend. Speaking of crops, Yera. This is the rune of a year, or a cycle, or a good harvest. On the bright side, this means that if you're taking the right actions at the right time, you'll be rewarded materially in the physical realm with a good harvest. On the dark side, murky, if you're caught in cyclical patterns, compulsions, addiction, I think that sums it up. Shame cycles, and you're doomed to repeat that same pattern until you change something, until you break from that pattern. But Uruz, Fehu, and Yera all together for this weekend says that this is going to be a profitable weekend. profitable in more ways than one. You can see it just for its surface value and say, great harvest from the garden. Whatever your garden is. Or you could look at it in a more esoteric way, which is what I usually prefer to do, and there's definitely something that you've been working on that might have required a great amount of effort, that you may have needed to spend some money on, or you may need to currently spend some money on. Maybe not money, but share some form of capital, or even acknowledge your own worth in something, how much you're worth, how much your time is worth, how much your energy is worth. Acknowledge that. And that's when you're able to reap a good harvest, a positive outcome. Leo season, by the way. Leo's about Leo's about a lot of things. Leo's about joy. Leo's about pleasure. Leo's about art. Leo's about theater, drama. Like I said, Leo also rules speculative investments. Not saying that now is a good time to gamble, but I mean, Leo rules gambling. I don't see this as about gambling, but it came to mind, so I thought I would mention it. This is more about putting in some serious time, some serious, continuous, sustained effort. Yes, into something. And then reaping the rewards from it. So, looks like it's going to be a good weekend. Happy Friday. Happy Leo season. And if you're looking for a more personal rune reading, something that might speak a little bit more specifically to your situation, you can get in contact with me either through my email or you can book a reading through my Etsy store. Have a wonderful weekend.